Hi everybody, it's October 30th and we are back to dog walking Vlogtober. I will give you hopefully a brief explanation of why it has been so difficult to record lately. We are, I've told you, having work done on the house to repair water damage from back in the summer actually. And the work is getting done. They're working on, I'm walking Lacey of course. They're working on tiling the upstairs bathroom right now. But what this amounts to is that there's just no relatively quiet space I can go to in my house in order to record. I'm hoping to get in a little bit of actual knitting content today. I have some projects that I finished quite a while back that I just haven't had a chance to talk about. So I set them aside to save to talk to you. But truly, every room in my house is in some way involved. Our bedroom downstairs had water damage, but the problem is fixed, but the damage has not been repaired. So we have paint and the ceiling, I think the ceiling's painted in there now, but there's trim work, there's carpet padding that needs to be replaced, so there's some things like that. But then, so that room is still not fixed, not finished, and it's just a wreck in there with all the furniture moved and all of that. And then upstairs, we had to clear not only the bathroom, but a closet adjacent to the bathroom. So all of that stuff is moved out and stacked up in the upstairs area. There's not really doors to close off to have a quiet room. So that's just all open and a mess, and people coming in and out with supplies and cutting tiles. Bless them, they're having to go up and down the stairs to do that. So that's not an option. I could use potentially my daughter's room, but I don't know that she would want me to do that. And the bedroom my husband and I are using, which is our son's old room, I could potentially be in there. It's not a wreck and it's not a part of the repairs, but my daughter's cat is having to stay in there during the day. Are you okay, puppy? Stay in there during the day because they don't want her where the work is going on. Hang on, I need to see if Lacey's okay. I'm afraid something might be biting her. Okay, that was interesting. She acted like something was biting her, but I couldn't find anything. That actually happened not too long ago. She found some bees or ground hornets or something, and one of them was stinging her. And so I had to get that off of her. She's okay. I think it had maybe just barely gotten her. She seemed okay as soon as I got it off her. So yeah, she sticks her nose in everything. We frequently tell her, stay out of the spicy dirt, which are fire ant beds. Do not eat the spicy dirt. Yeah, something may have bitten her because she's still kind of scratching and seeming a little irritated. Can I please fix my glasses? Anyway, where was I? Oh, I could use the bedroom, but my daughter's cat is in there. She's a really nice cat, and you would probably enjoy meeting her. So that's maybe a possibility. But the other thing is, when people are here working, somebody needs to be available to talk to them on the rare occasions when they need something. At the moment, my son is at the house, so that'll work. I hear big dogs barking. They probably hear me. Yesterday, I was gone pretty much all day. I actually had a declutter client, and I worked with her in person. She was clearing storage buildings or storage facilities and packing stuff up for a move. So I spent 7 hours with her yesterday. She did a great job. She had a lot to get through, and it was as most decluttering projects are, somewhat stressful. And so she was amazing, making decisions and paring everything down so it fit in the container she was using. So that was awesome. But it meant I was really tired when I got home. My daughter-in-law made dinner, and yeah, family took care of everything for me yesterday. So that was pretty awesome. But didn't leave me a lot of mosquito. Didn't leave me a lot of time or especially energy to record and edit last night. So I will attempt to record some actual knitting content, possibly on the porch today, and we'll talk about some things there. And then tomorrow is the end of October. So I've gotten out some videos at least, and that'll give me November to hopefully get my house put back together and get ready for Vlogmas in a month. And mosquitoes. How can it be the end of October and I'm still fighting mosquitoes? South Carolina, I guess. Well, I hope you all are doing well. I hope that you are strong and healthy and spending time with the people you love. We'll chat later. So good morning. I did not manage to record anything else yesterday Bentley just stopped for a couple of reasons. One was just, I actually did have some stuff I needed to do, but just the chaos in the house and finding a good place has been really getting to me. So what you're seeing right now is just my walk with Bentley. It's way easier to record while walking Bentley because he's more steady pace. He's not yanking on the leash. He's got pretty good leash manners at this point. What you're hearing, I don't know if you can, but he's kind of walking off the edge into the leaves a little bit, so you might hear some crunching in the leaves. Today is October 31st. Happy Reformation Day. Or Happy Halloween, whichever you're focused on. My daughter has a shirt with a drawing of Martin Luther, and it says, "This is my Reformation Day costume." I encouraged her to wear that to work today, so she did. I am going to try once again to record some real knitting content. I have some. It's just been so much going on that it's been really hard to focus. I mean, I was feeling really anxious last night and this morning. So this is why you're seeing just video with a voiceover, because I look a fright, which is the perfect day for it. But I hadn't been out for a run in a while. I'm not in great shape. I'm certainly not fast, but I just hadn't, with everything going on, I hadn't taken the time. And I thought, today's the day. I'm going to get out. I'm going to run as fast as I can, which again, as a woman fast approaching 60, is never going to be fast. But I think it really helped. And so now I'm walking Bentley. I'll go get Lacey in a little bit and walk her. The other option, if somebody's going to be here while they're coming to work on the house, I may even just go to a quiet spot on the property with my stuff to record. And that way I'm close by. If there's a question or something I need to handle, I'll be close by, but I will also be away from some of the chaos. I'm not really concerned about the integrity of the people who are here. Like, I'm not worried that they're going to make off with my stuff or anything. But just in case anything goes wrong, in case there are questions, there haven't really been any in the last day or so. But you know how it is. Somebody's working in your house, kind of feel like you have to be close by. But my daughter and son-in-law, I think, might be around at least some of the day today. And they don't mind hanging out. And they can always get in touch with me if there's a problem. So yeah, for today, I'm planning to be home. And I'm going to knit. I've had trouble concentrating on knitting just with all of the craziness. But I pulled out my blanket, which I cannot remember the name of it. I'll put it in the video. But I started working on that yesterday because it is a garter stitch blanket. It's version of a, what do you call it, log cabin. And I haven't talked about it in a while. It's one of those that you can keep going kind of as long as you want to. And I'm up to, it's a decent like crib blanket, I would say at this point. I would like to make it just a little bit bigger so it's a nice lap size blanket. As much as I love a bigger blanket, I don't know that I have it in me to make this one huge, because you have to have a lot of stitches on the needles at the time, and I don't think that would be, I don't think I would enjoy that, and I should enjoy my knitting. So I will sign off. Hopefully I can get stuff edited and uploaded today, but we'll see. Life is as it is around here, and I'm really, really hoping that the work on the house will be done in the not too distant future. Hi, welcome to the wrap up for Vlogtober. This month just really kind of got away from me in ways that I would not have anticipated. I've talked about the repairs on our house, which are still not done, but we're getting there. They're telling us they should have everything done by the middle of next week. We'll see. We were thinking they were coming back to finish some stuff today, but nobody showed up. My husband called about noon and they're like, oh no, we'll be there Monday. Okay. But there's not, to our eyes, there's not a lot left to do. They've got to replace some carpet padding in our bedroom, and they've got to replace a vinyl floor in a closet upstairs. So there's not a ton left, but gosh, I'll be ready for it to be done. Well, rather than go on and on about that, I have actual knitting stuff to talk about. So this is going to be a little closer to a usual episode where I'm actually talking about things I'm working on and things that I've done and things that I'm planning and that kind of stuff, with a little bit of shameless self-promotion. Okay, let's start with what I actually finished. And some of this is from a while back. These socks, they're the Rose City Roller pattern. I don't remember the designer. I'll try to remember to put a note here. But yeah, the yarn is from Hypnotic Yarn. This was a Yarnable box. I don't remember what month. I also made a pair of vanilla socks, just cuff down vanilla socks, with this same yarn, and I gave it away as a gift back about a month ago. So, no, a month ago, 2 months, almost 2 months ago. Anyway, so really cute. I'm excited to have another pair of little shorty socks to add to my drawer. I didn't think I would wear them very much, but I made one pair out of, I want to say, some Hedgehog Fibers yarn, and I've actually worn them quite a bit. I enjoy them with my sneakers. They're really comfortable, and yeah, so I'm wearing shorty socks more than I thought I would, but nice to add this to the drawer. The other thing that I have finished is this cowl. And I will tell you, this is not the way the pattern says to do it. But I adjusted because of the amount of yarn I had. This is a red, white, and blue DK set from, I think it was Chicken Lady Fiber Art. The pattern I used for this lace is from the Tweety Pie cowl by, I think it's Marie Green. And the idea was you would actually make connected loops like this and then connect them like a chain. But it would make a chain link sort of cowl. If I can remember to grab it, I'll put in a picture of what the pattern looks like. I didn't have enough of this yarn to do that. It would have been just a super tight little neck warmer, and I knew I wouldn't wear that. So I just linked them in one big loop. I started this in July, and I finished it a while back. I've just had it set aside to talk about. But I started working on it July 4th weekend, and it was pretty enjoyable. The lace pattern's pretty simple, and so glad to have this in my cabinet with my other finish shawls and cowls and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I really like it. It's not exactly according to the pattern, but still I think it's pretty good. Okay, what do we want to talk about next? Let's talk about what I've worked on the last couple of days because it takes very little brain power. I started this as a test knit many, many months ago, and I finished what I had to for the test knit, but then didn't go on to complete the project to the size that I want. It's the Zigzag Zen blanket pattern by Ani Juti Knits. Ani Ina. I can never remember how to say that. But yeah, really nice pattern, nicely written and really, really easy. It's a blanket, if I can get it where I'm not tangling stuff up. You start with a couple of small squares and keep adding like a log cabin. So I started here with these little 4-stripe squares, and then you just keep adding around the sides, and of course the sections get longer each time. You do 4 stripes. You could do all in one color, and you would still get some of the texture of the sections going in different directions. So yeah, or you could do each square in a solid color, which would be nice too. I really liked doing kind of random scraps with cream in between rather than all random. I just kind of prefer that look, but you definitely could do this with your scraps. You could do it with any scraps. You could do all worsted, you could do all DK, you could do fingering. You could even do fingering held double and get the same look. But anyway, I think I'm on the 8th section, and the test knit I think called for 6. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do 10, and that'll give me a pretty decent sized lap blanket. The other thing is an acquisition. I think they've closed sales now, but SAF, which was of course canceled this year, opened up their t-shirts and bag sales maybe last weekend, beginning of the week, something like that. So I grabbed a shirt, SAF 2024. Isn't that cute? So I got a t-shirt. This, when I looked at it on the website, it looked a little more orange, but I'm actually really happy with this color. It said coral, and I was kind of hoping it would come out as more pinky than orange, and it did. And then I also got a little tote bag. Not that little, actually. Kind of wide, but not very deep. So Southeast Animal Fiber Fair, and it's got the dates, October 18th to 20th, 2024. Oh, puppy tax. Come here. Do you want to say hello? This is Lacey. There she is. She had a bath earlier, and she's been out on the porch drying off in the warm air. Do not chew on the blanket. I don't remember. I think I put in a picture, but these are the needles that I mentioned a while back. These were from Michael's when I was desperate for some needles last spring, I think. I wanted to start on a pair of socks and didn't have any double points with me. So I was searching for, honestly, it didn't even have to be double points, anything that I could use to start some socks. And I found these at Michael's. They are priced, does not say on here. I think the price was around $5, and I had a 40 or 50% off coupon. So I got these for like $2.50, and I actually really liked them. They're not bad at all for inexpensive needles. They're aluminum, and yeah, worked great. So if you need some inexpensive double points, loops and threads from Michael's were wonderful. I have a list here in case you were wondering. I am going to tell you something that I just bought and then a little self-promotion. I ordered an Advent box from PK Yarn. I have ordered Advent boxes from, I think it's Pamela. I've ordered from her a couple of times before. I went with a different dyer just to try something else out last year. I don't even know if I remember the name of it. It was not bad. The yarn was really pretty, but it didn't feel as coordinated, and honestly, I just really preferred the way that the PK yarn stuff is packaged and the little extras in it. I felt really spoiled. And so last year, while, like I said, the yarn was as described and it was beautiful, it just wasn't quite the experience I had had with PK yarn. So I'm back to PK yarn this year. The other thing with PK yarn is you can order pretty last minute. I think she still has some boxes for sale. You're going to be cutting it a little close just to be able to get it shipped to you in time for December 1st, but you've got a month, and I've ordered from her pretty late before, and I don't think I've ever had one come too late. So if you want to check one out, check out PK Yarn on Etsy. You can get either 10 gram or 20 gram set. I think she does various options, like you can get 10 gram or 20 gram. I think you may sometimes have the option of some other extras. The only options that were available when I ordered were 10 or 20 gram. So I don't know that I'm getting a project bag with this one. It may not include that, but that's fine. I can definitely make one for myself. The theme this year is White Christmas, like the movie White Christmas. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I highly recommend her Advent boxes. She's very reliable and they're extremely well done. It feels thoughtful. The extras that are in it are tied into her theme, and it's packaged beautifully. So it really feels like a nice treat. So PK Yarn. On to self-promotion. Well, as you know, I was not able to vend at SAF because SAF had to be canceled. And it kind of got to me for a while. I wasn't quite sure how to make up for that. I still probably won't, but I'm going to attempt to manage a few sales over the next couple of months, and I will be back at shows starting in January, February, probably. So yeah, hoping for the best. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't. But I have stuff that I had prepared for SAF that I want to offer for sale now. I'm going to start this as a set. It's not listed on the website yet. I hopefully will get that listed before too much longer. However, if you see this and you want one, drop me a line, or better yet, email me, bedesisters@gmail.com, and I can invoice you directly even before they're listed. So I had ordered the Grimblewood, what's it called? Gnomes of Grimblewood book. I got a wholesale order. This is a gnome. I think I've shown him on episodes before. But the Sarah Shira Gnomes of Grimblewood book. And I bought not a ton of copies, but like 15 copies to have for sale at SAF. And of course, wasn't able to do it. So what I want to do is offer you a copy of the book, plus some yarn to get you started. This is enough to make probably at least 2 or 3 of these, a minimum of 2 of these little gnomes. And with the pattern book, with some yarn, these are about 30 gram skeins. So you've got the equivalent of a skein of yarn here. And a fabric basket to put it in. Isn't this fabric cute? These little gnomes are so adorable. I love these guys. So if you're interested, my retail cost for this would typically be, ooh, sorry for bouncing you around, 75 to 80, and I'm going to offer them at 70. The shipping, I think I'm going to charge just a flat rate $5 shipping. I'll eat the extra, which is fine. But if you're interested in one of these kits, let me know. If you would prefer a drawstring bag, that's $5 more, so it'd be $75. If you prefer the drawstring bag over the open top fabric basket, we can do that, but it just costs slightly more. But if you're interested in those, you're welcome to ask me questions. I will answer whatever you want to know about it, what you want to know about what you're getting and all that stuff. I'll be happy to talk to you. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, and thanks for your patience this month. I am looking forward to recording for Vlogmas starting in, gosh, in a month. Can you believe it? Well, everybody, take care. I'm going to try to get this edited tonight, hopefully. Puppy's being a good dog. I think she's found a stick to chew on. And, oh, I believe that might be a honeybee. I better go in because that is the one thing I'm allergic to. Take care, everybody.